Hi everyone, how are you dears? Welcome to our RANA SIR educational channel. Today I will talk on a topic whose name is the quadratic, that is coordinate geometry. In the coordinate geometry, I will explain the concept of each and every topic in details, and then I will explain some concept which are also available on this, and also I will also solve some numericals on this topic. Okay student, so I am going to give you some suggestion point and you follow it positively. First of all, you have to take one notebook and then one pen, and then you have to sit at your location properly, and positively you have to note all information which are understood by you, yeah, understanding by you, and then also you have to write all data which are available on the blackboard properly for further revision. So simultaneously you also like this live video, and also you subscribe this educational channel, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friend and students, so that they can also update their knowledge on this topic. So topic name is the coordinate geometry. Okay student, this is very important because it is existing everywhere in physics and also in mathematics. There are several types of mathematics, like we can say that calculus, trigonometry, algebra, and so on. And 3D, that is three-dimensional coordinate geometry. There, this concept also exists. Okay, student. So you concentrate on this topic very important way. Okay, student. Now you see here. So this is the class 10th mathematics, that is in English medium, and it is based on NCERT pattern, that is it belongs to CBSE board. And this is the chapter number 1. Chapter number 6, chapter number 1 already I have explained. Chapter number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already I have described here, teach with you, and you go in my video section, that is live video section, and from there you can learn each and every chapter clearly. And one important information is that according to the subject wise, I have prepared their playlist. From their playlist you have to learn each subject easily, because in one playlist there is available mathematics data for class 10 and also class 12, and class 12 mathematics, and also physics chapter is also available there, class 10, class 12, and also class 10. Okay student, so you clearly you go in my playlist section, and from there you can easily learn. Okay student, now this is totally free online coaching classes. It is starting from 10 past to 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. or 15 minutes past to 8 p.m. That will depend on the question. If question will take more time, so I will give more time, that is duration of the time interval will increase, that is time slot will increase. Okay student, now here I am going to explain you about the coordinate geometry. Now in previous classes that is started, I have already teach you about the Cartesian plane and about the quadrant, and also the sign of the quadrant. If any point which is existing in the xy plane, that is in xy Cartesian plane, so that point is lying on where? In first quadrant, yeah, second quadrant, third, yeah, fourth quadrant, on the x-axis or on the y-axis. Important note I have already noted, and you are knowing it very well. Okay student, so this information already I have told you explained with you yesterday. Okay, student. Now further I am going to explain about the point and how we have to write the point if points are given on the x-axis or on the y-axis. So we have to explain all information here. Okay, student. Now I am going to write one question. With that question I will explain how, if any diagram is given from diagram, how we will write the coordinate of a point. Okay, student. So you again here, because here I have drawn one line which is parallel to the vertical line, that is the y-axis, and one line which is parallel to the horizontal line, that line I say that is the x-axis. Now both lines are intersecting at a point whose name is O, and O stands for coordinate, and its coordinate will be 0, 0. Now I will take the number, because you are going with pencil, explain, you are going with the scale. On scale you see any two consecutive number, you will say there is 10 parts, and the same other I will take another two consecutive number, again I will see their 10 parts. So it means that I am saying that the distance between two consecutive numbers will be same. Okay, student, this is the information, and this information we have to obey. Okay, student. Now so this is the information which are given, and from the given information we have to write coordinate of the point P, and also coordinate of the point Q, and also coordinate of the point R and S also, and other informations which are also available in the question. Those information I am going to write here. So this is the question number 1 here. In question number 1 we take in the given figure. In the given figure, write down the point number 1, FC star, and second ordinate, and third is the coordinates. Third will be coordinates. Here I am going to write point third. Write the coordinates. Write the coordinates for the point P, Q, R, and S. Write the coordinates for the points P, Q, R, and S. P, Q, R, and S. And fourth is quadrant in which this point lie. So fourth information I have to also write here. Quadrant in which this point lie. So these are the information, and this information I have to take from the figure. Okay, student, from the given figure, from the drawn figure. Okay, student. So this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis, and both axis is cutting at a point. I say the point of intersection is A, and the angle between these two lines will be 90 degree. Okay, student. Therefore, I will say y-axis is perpendicular to x-axis, or x-axis is perpendicular to y-axis. Now here from the given information, because from the origin I will take minus in the left hand side, and from the origin I will take plus in the right hand side. Same from the origin I will take plus above the x-axis, and from the below the x-axis I will take the value of y will be negative. Okay, student. Now further I have to write the information in the given figure. This is the figure which is given here. Now write down. We have to write in information. First information is the abscissa. What is the concept of abscissa? X coordinate. The value of x coordinate is also called abscissa. Now the point P. Here any point is written in the form of P x comma y. Any point is written in this form. So x is called abscissa and y is called coordinate. So we have to find the coordinate of this point, and also coordinate of this point, and also coordinate of this point, and similarly I will take the coordinate of this point. Now here coordinate of P we will write in this form x comma y. The value of x I also know that abscissa, and the value of y I have to write ordinate. So here saying find the abscissa. What will be the abscissa of the point P, and what will be the ordinate of the point P. So here I will say the value of x. Now here from here I will take the perpendicular distance from the y-axis. Perpendicular distance from the y-axis, that will be 3, and perpendicular distance from the x-axis, that will be 2. So here will be coordinate of P 3, 2. So according to this way I have to write the information of abscissa and also ordinate. Now question number 3 is available. Coordinate for the points P, Q, R and S. We have to write coordinates point. Therefore I will say the coordinates of the point P is 3, 2. Now here I have written information about the question number 3, and also in question number 4 that is asked quadrant in which these points lie. So I will say this point P is lying in the first quadrant, because from the given data I will write the sign convention. After sign convention I will say that sign in which quadrant will follow, because in this I will say this will be first quadrant. In first quadrant the sign of abscissa and ordinate both will be positive. Now in the second quadrant the sign of the abscissa will be negative, but sign of the ordinate will be positive. But in the third quadrant I will say the sign of the abscissa will be negative, and also the sign of the ordinate will be negative. But in the fourth quadrant I will say the sign of the abscissa will be positive, and the sign of the ordinate will be negative. So according to this way I will write all information of the point P, Q, R and S. Okay, student. Now I am going to give solution properly. First of all I will solve the information about the point P, and then Q, and then R, and finally S. So according to this way solution of this question can be done. Now I am going to solve its solution, because theoretically I have explained its solution, but now I am analytically I am going to explain it. Here I have to write information about ordinate of the abscissa of the point P. Here abscissa of the point P, I will say will be 3. that will be the perpendicular distance from the x-axis. So perpendicular distance from the x-axis, that is 3. So I will say this abscissa will be 3. Okay, students. So point B has abscissa value and that value is 3. Because this abscissa value I have to take from the perpendicular distance from the y-axis, and when I will take perpendicular distance from the y-axis, that will be 3, because this is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. So this distance will be 3. So abscissa value will be 3. This is the answer of this point number 1. Now similarly I will write ordinate, the value of the ordinate of the point P will be, that will be the perpendicular distance from the x-axis. Now perpendicular distance from the x-axis, I will draw a line which is perpendicular to the x-axis, and this distance will be this distance. So this is 1 and this is 2. So this length is 2, so this length will be 2. So ordinate value will be 2. I will also write. Okay, student, you are doing very well. So I am going to erase this one. After erasing this one, I will give the information of the question number 2. What will be the value of ordinate? The value of ordinate will be 2 according to the given figure. Yeah, according to the given diagram. Okay, student. Now further I am going to erase it. After erasing, I will explain its concept in detail. Now, number 2, I will say here ordinate value will be ordinate value of the point P will be 2. Now here I will say here this length is the ordinate value, this length is the ordinate value. Here I will say this is the ordinate and this is the abscissa. This length is called abscissa and this length is called ordinate. So from origin I have to take this length, that will be 3. So this is 1, 2, 3. So this will be 3. Now we have to take ordinate value, and this ordinate value will be same as this value. So this is 1, this is 2. So this length is 2. So this length will also be 2. Therefore, according to the figure here diagram, I have to write information here. Ordinate value of the point P will be 2. This is the second answer of second question. Okay, student. So according to this way, I have to also solve the question number 3. What is the coordinate for the points P, Q, R and S? Here I am explaining about the point P. Therefore, I will write the coordinate of the point P. So coordinate of the point P will be, because here the abscissa I have got 3 and coordinate I have got value 2. So point P has coordinate 3, 2. So therefore that information I will write here. The coordinate for the point P will be 3, 2. So according to information, because 3 denotes abscissa and 2 denotes ordinate. Okay, students. So this information I have to write here. Okay, student. Now further I am going to erase. After erasing, I will explain the information of the question of the point 3. That is expression will be as. Now coordinate for the point. Coordinate for the point P will be 3, 2, because here x is also known as abscissa and y is known as coordinate. So that point can be written in the form of x, y. Here I have put the value of x as 3 and value of y, that is ordinate, that is 2. So that this point is written as 3, 2. So it means that this is the coordinate point and this coordinate point can be each asked in the question. So already I have written it. So I will say this is the answer number 3 of the question number 3. Now next point I have to also explain what is the quadrant in which these points lie. It means that I will say here what will be the quadrant, because here I have to put this quadrant. Yeah, in other words, we can say that here P is equal, so I will write here P. Now this 3 has plus sign, because here sign is not available. It means that I will consider that is the plus sign. So here I will put plus sign. Now comma is available, I put there comma. Now here 2 is available, I will say this 2 has plus sign, so I will put here plus sign. So I have got the sign information from the given point plus plus. It means that this is the information of the first quadrant. So I will say the point P is lying. Point P is lying in the quadrant first. Okay, students. So solution of question number 4 I will write here. Okay, students. So point P is lying in the quadrant first. Solution of 4. Point P plus plus lies on the first quadrant. This is the okay. So point P plus comma plus lies on the first quadrant. So I will write all information according to this way, because here first question is asking in the question what is the abscissa value, and second question is that what is the ordinate value, and third is write the coordinate of that point, that will be P of 3, 2. So that coordinate can be right as, and then next question was such that you have to also explain this point will lie in which quadrant, first, second, third, or fourth. So first of all we have to take its sign from the given digits. So 3 has positive sign, so I have written here plus, and 2 has also plus signs, therefore I have written here plus. So this point has this sign, and this sign is the information of first quadrant. So that information I have written here. So plus plus line on the first quadrant. Okay, student, if any point is given, so from the point you have to explain very clear way, so such that that point is like where if all signs will be positive, means yes, abscissa and ordinate both will have same sign, that is positive sign. So that point will lie in the first quadrant, abscissa will be negative and ordinate will be positive. So I will say that will lie in the second quadrant. If both will have sign negative, so I will say that will be in third quadrant, and so on. Fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, the sign of abscissa will be positive, but ordinate will be negative. Okay, students. So all this information I will write according to the question for the point P, and also for the point Q, and then for the point R, and also for the point S. Okay, students. If you are doing this question clearly, so any question can be asked with you, by you, so that question you can easily solve. Okay, students. So further I am going to erase this solution. After erasing this one, so I will also find the ordinate abscissa value, coordinate value for the point Q, and also quadrant for the point Q. So point Q is available here. I will also write its abscissa value and also its ordinate value, and then I will also write its coordinate value. After writing its coordinate value, I will write its sign convention, and in sign convention I will explain about the quadrant, in which quadrant this point is lying. Okay, student. So these informations I will explain clearly. If this question you will understand clearly, so any question you can solve very easily. Now I am going to solve for the point Q. For the point Q. For the point Q, I have to write what will be abscissa value will be. Here I will say abscissa is also denoted by x, so I will say what will be the value of x. So I will say this is the length and this is also the length. So here I have to write abscissa value. So this value is equivalent to this value is equivalent to this value. Okay, students. So here is the origin 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 is available. So what we have to consider the value of x. So here from the y-axis I have taken this point, that the length of this point will be 6, but in the left hand side I will consider -6. So abscissa value will be -6. Okay, students. So abscissa value of this point will be -6 because the length from the y-axis is 6, but his sign convention will be minus, because from the left hand side, from the origin it will be left hand side. So I will consider a sign will be minus, but distance will be always positive. So I will say, so abscissa value will be 6. Now I am going to consider the information of the ordinate. What is the concept of ordinate? Perpendicular distance from the x-axis is called the ordinate. Now this distance is also equivalent to this distance. So this distance and this distance are same. In other words, we can say that this line and also this line parallel to each other. Okay, student. So this length is called the ordinate, and this length is called the abscissa. So abscissa will be -6, and ordinate we have to consider. Now from this point to this point I will consider that the same length from this point to this point. So from the origin I have considered this point is lengthwise that will be 4. So this length will also be 4. So ordinate is also written as in the form of y, and that length will be same as from 0 to 4, that will be 4. So ordinate value will be 4. So abscissa is -6 and ordinate is 4. So its coordinate value I can write here very easily, -6, 4. -6, 4. First coordinate is written as the value of x, and second coordinate is written as the value of y. So any point is written in the form of px, y. In the form you are saying p, you can say any letter from a to z. A is equal to x, y. It means that any point can be written in this form. So first information, first variable is called abscissa, and second variable is also called ordinate. So here abscissa value is -6 and ordinate value is 4. Already I have written here. Okay, student. Now the question of first and second I have solved. Now the question of third is such that write the coordinate for the point Q. Already I have written here the coordinate of the point Q is -4, -6, 4. That is written there. So that information I will write here. For the point Q, coordinate will be, for the point P, Q, coordinate will be, I will say coordinate will be in this way, -6, 4. So this is the answer. Now I will also solve the question number 4. In this case, I have to write quadrant in which this point lies. So we have to explain the sign convention of point Q. Now here 6 digit 6 has minus sign, so I have to put here minus sign. Now grammatical level, but here 4 has no any sign, but here if any digit has no any sign convention, so I will say that is positive. If negative will be there, so there will be a negative sign. So this 6 has negative sign, I have to put here, and this 4 has positive sign, so I have to do that. So the sign convention of point Q is minus plus, and this is the information for the second quadrant. So I have to write here in any point which is right in the second quadrant, so sign convention will be minus comma plus. So for the point Q, quadrant will be quadrant will be second. Quadrant will be second. So this is the answer of the question number 4, because point Q has coordinate minus 6 comma 4, and I have taken sign convention from this point, so I have written here minus comma plus. So minus comma plus, that is indicating as minus, that is available in the second quadrant, and this second quadrant has the information minus 6 comma 4. Okay students, so according to this way I will also explain all information about R and also all information about S. So I will also find the abscissa value of R, and also I will find the ordinate value of the point R. Similarly, I will get the all information of abscissa and ordinate for the point S, and also I will explain R and S where lying in the quadrant. That will give the information from the sign convention. Okay, so now I am going to erase this information. After erasing it, and then we will explain it in detail. Okay, student. Now further I am going to erase this one. After erasing this one, I have to explain in detail. Okay, student. Now further I am going to write for the point for the point R. So here for the point R, I am writing what will be the abscissa value and what will be the ordinate value. Both value I will write here. After writing, I will write the coordinate of the point R, and then I will get the sign convention of the point R, and then I will explain R point is lying here in the first quadrant, the second quadrant, the third quadrant, the fourth quadrant. On the x-axis or y-axis, on the negative x-axis or on the positive axis are on the positive y-axis are on the positive y or the negative y-axis. So all information I will explain. Now for the point R, I have to write abscissa value, and abscissa ordinate is written as, coordinate is written as x, and its value will be. So from the point 3, I will consider here from the point 3, and also I will take perpendicular distance from the point minus 4. So abscissa value will be from the 14 to minus 4. So I will take perpendicular distance from the y-axis, that will be lengthwise 4, but in sign convention I will write its value will be minus 4. But length is always will be positive, that is distance will always be positive, but here I have to write according to sign convention, because from the origin it is left hand side, and left hand side I give the sign negative, so I have to put here, and 4 will have sign minus. Now here I have to write the coordinate information. Coordinate is also written with the help of y. So y is the perpendicular distance from the x-axis. So what will be the perpendicular distance from the x-axis? So this is the perpendicular distance, and this distance is equivalent to this distance. So from the origin I am considering this is the minus 3 is a level, but when I will take distance, so 3 distance will be 3, but sin y I will write there minus 3. So value of y will be minus 3. Minus sign is indicating that that point is existing from the below of the x-axis. Because below of the x-axis I have to take the value of y that will be negative, but from the y-axis, from the positive y-axis, from the x-axis in positive y-axis direction I will take the positive value. From the x-axis above I will take positive, from the x-axis below I will take the negative value. So the value of y will be minus 3 and the value of x will be minus 4. Okay student, so for the point R I have already written here the value of abscissa and also the value of coordinate. Now further I have to solve the question number 3, that is the coordinate for the point R. So coordinate of the point R I have to write here very easy way. So first is the abscissa, it has value minus 4 and the value of y that is minus 3. Okay, so for the sign convention I will take sign from the 4 that is minus, and from integrating and from minus 3 I will take the sign will be minus. So for the point R, I have got sign convention minus comma minus. It means that this point will lie in the third quadrant, because from the positive x-axis I have to move in the anti-clockwise direction. In first quadrant I will consider plus sign. In second quadrant I will consider minus plus sign. But in the third quadrant sorry, I will take minus sign. But in the fourth quadrant I will solve the question, and after solving question I will explain that quadrant in detail. So here I will write the coordinate of the point R. Coordinate of the point R will be coordinate of the point R will be coordinate of the point R will be minus 4 comma minus 3. So this will be answer for the question number 3. Now I have to explain the what will be the answer of the quadrant in which point R is lying. Okay student, so I have already written here from the point R sign convention. From the 4 I have taken minus sign, coming from the 3 I have taken minus 3. So I have got the sign of R point, that is minus. So this minus sign is existing in the third quadrant. So I will say the point R is lying in third quadrant. Okay students, so that information I will also write here. So each and every student has to write each and every information according to this way, because if you will solve this general problem and after solving such problem and then you will get any question, so you can give the answer of that question, yeah, provided a written question, yeah, ask question very easy way. Okay student, so you have to concentrate on this type, this point clearly with positivity. Okay student, now here I have to write the quadrant information quadrant information of the point R is third. Quadrant information of the point R. The quadrant information of the point R is third. That is the third quadrant. Okay, student. So according to this way, you have to write each and every information from the figure clearly. So you will get full marks from the question. Okay, student. So you have to follow this positive information, because if you will use shortcut method, so you will get minimum marks. Okay, students. So you have to write all information in detail for getting whole information that is available in the question. Okay, students. Now next information I am going to also explain, that is the coordinate of the point. Yes, that is, first of all we have to also take the abscissa value and then ordinate value, and then I will write the coordinate of the point S, and then I will also get the sign convention from the point S, and then I will decide that point will lie in which quadrant, that will lie in first quadrant or second or third or fourth, are on the x-axis or y-axis, or in other words we can say that on the positive x-axis or positive y-axis, or negative x-axis or negative y-axis. That will depend on the sign convention from the point that will be obtained from the point. So all information I will explain here in detail. Okay, students. Additional information I am going to tell you, you clearly observe and possibly follow it. If you are doing very well, so you like this live video, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students, so that they can also improve, that they update and develop their mind on this topic numerical coordinate geometry. And also you subscribe this channel more and more. Okay, students, and possibly you follow these free online coaching classes, and then you take advantage in your life. Okay, student, because if you will follow it, so after some time your mathematics will be very strong. Okay, student, because here I am explaining each and every topic in detail. Okay, student, so every concept you can improve from here. Okay, student, now I am going to explain all information from the point Q. Okay, yes, from the point yes. Now I am going to erase above information, and after erasing and sorry, where I explain the information about x. So here I will say for the point x. For the point x, here I will write what will be the abscissa value. So if each and every student has to understand, focus on this diagram. So this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. Now we have to write the value of abscissa. So from the y-axis, I will take perpendicular distance. That distance will be 5. So abscissa value will be 5, and abscissa is also written as with the help of x. So abscissa x is equal to 5, because it has plus sign. Distance is also considered plus sign, so I have taken plus sign, but from the origin I will take in the right hand side, so its sign will be positive, and it will be in left hand side, so its sign will be negative, but here sign will be positive because it is available in the right hand side. Now we have to consider ordinate value, that is I will take perpendicular distance from the x-axis to the point. So this length will be equivalent to this length. So this length is 2. This length is 2, but sign wise I will say this length is minus 2. So ordinate is also written in the form of y. So ordinate is equal to minus 2. So I can also write what will be the coordinate of x. So I will write the coordinate of x will be 5 comma minus 2. In other words, we can say that x, the value of x is the perpendicular distance from the x-axis, and the value of y is the perpendicular distance from the x-axis. So I will take perpendicular distance from the x-axis, this length, is equivalent to this means, so I will say this length is 2, and according to sign convention I will write this value is minus 2. So ordinate is written as y. Ordinate is equal to y is equal to minus 2. So I have taken here minus 2 because distance is always positive, but here I have to take sign convention, so I will put here minus 2. Okay, student. So for the point x, the abscissa is plus 5 and ordinate has value minus 2. Okay, student. So these information we have to know very clearly, because if any diagram is given and from the diagram we have to write the ordinate value, abscissa value, and other question can be asked, write the coordinate of that point. So I will search what is the abscissa value and what is the ordinate value. In that value I will substitute the point that is a, which is written as x, y. X is also known as abscissa and y is known as coordinate. So this value I will substitute here, so that point I can obtain very easily. Okay, student. So for the point yes, abscissa and ordinate I have written here. So now further I will write the coordinate of the point x. So coordinate of the point x will be, so here I will write coordinate of the point yes will be I will write in this way, -5, minus 2. This is the answer for the point yes. So this information, this coordinate I will write here, 5, minus 2. Okay, student. So coordinate of the point yes I have written here, yes of 5, minus 2. This is the coordinate point of yes. Now I have to write this point is lie in which quadrant or on which axis. Here in first, second, third, fourth, y-axis, here x-axis. That will give the information from the sign convention. Now here I am going to write the point yes, and 5 has plus sign. Here sign is not available, so I will say, I will consider that is the plus sign, and comma is available, so I will put here comma, and then I will take the sign from the point 2, that will be minus. So I have got sign from the point whose coordinate is written as 5, minus 2. I have got sign plus minus, so it will lie in the fourth quadrant, because in the fourth quadrant the abscissa value has positive and ordinate value has negative. So I have got same information, so I will say this is the first quadrant. In other words, I will write yes, quadrant will lie in the fourth quadrant. Yes, I will say point yes lie in fourth quadrant. Point yes lies in fourth quadrant. Point yes lie in fourth quadrant. So this is the answer of the given question. According to this way, any question is given. So all information from the figure I will obtain from this way. Okay, student. So this is very easy information, because this diagram is available from the given diagram. I will write all information which are asked in the question. If vice versa question can be also asked. If information is given in word, so from the word I will write all information in the pictorial form. Pictorial form, in other words, we can say that we will draw the x-axis which is parallel to the horizontal axis and y-axis which is perpendicular to the horizontal axis. So a line which is perpendicular to the horizontal axis, I will say that is the y-axis, and a line which is parallel to the x-axis, yeah, horizontal axis, I will say that is the x-axis. So the angle between these two lines will be 90 degree. So I will follow the scale. In scale, we go from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. That is the counting number. If I will consider any two consecutive number equal to consecutive number, I will see there is 10 portion. So in 10 portion, other consecutive, two consecutive, and then I will take. So I will so I will find same 10 portion. It means that any two consecutive number has same length. Any two consecutive number has digit has same length. So I will follow that measurement, and I will write from the origin to positive x-axis, and also from the origin to left x-axis, and also from the origin to positive y-axis, and also from the origin to below y-axis, and all information I will write, and according to information I will take a angle from the positive x-axis to the anti-clockwise direction. So in first quadrant I will say all the value of abscissa and ordinate will be positive, but in second quadrant abscissa will be negative and ordinate will be positive, but in the third quadrant abscissa will be negative and ordinate will also be negative, but in the fourth quadrant I will say the abscissa will be positive and ordinate will be negative. So these are the information about quadrant, and I have also solved one question which is based on this topic. Okay students, if you are getting good knowledge from this point, so you like this live video, and also you subscribe this educational channel, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students, so that they can improve their knowledge on this topic namely the coordinate geometry. Okay students, if you are doing in Hindi medium video, so you go in my video section, and from there you will find each chapter in Hindi medium solution and concept, both are available there in Hindi medium. Okay student, so in live video I will explain each chapter in English medium, but in Hindi medium I will make video and I will upload, and you can easily learn from there, because in CBSE board student and also in Hindi medium student both can learn, because this is only language issue, and concept are available in both board, that is in Hindi board and that is in UP board and also in CBSE board. In both books concept are same, so theory are same, only language is issue. So you go in my video section, from there you can learn easily, and if you are getting any confusion, so you comment and positively I will see your comment, and then I will reply the answer of your comment very easy way. Okay student, so thank you for watching this live video, and what additional information I am going to tell you, always I will present live 10 past to 7 p.m. up to 8 p.m. or 15 minutes past to 8 p.m. So these are the information, and you have to follow it positively, because if you will follow it positively, so after some time you will have good knowledge about mathematics, because mathematics is very easy, and you have to take all informations positively. If you are getting any confusion, so you ask, I will explain those informations in detail. Okay students, so time interval, yeah, time slot I have written here. I will be online from 10 past to 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. or 15 minutes past to 8 p.m. That will depend on the question. If question will take more time, so I will give more time, because without solving question I will not disconnect the communication with you. First of all, I will solve the question and then I will terminate the communication with you. Okay, student? So with information you follow positively for getting good knowledge on this topic. If you have any confusion, so you ask your confusion, doubt, yeah, issue or any query in comment section positively, and then I will see your comment and then I will reply the answer of your comment positively. Okay, students. Okay, students. So these are the information, and you have to follow it positively. Okay, bye, students. Thank you. Jai Hind.